Hello friends, welcome to KSP Academy. Today we are going to discuss the second what can I say switch case. In that first one we have completed fuse. Now we are switch on to that load interrupter. Then after followed by I'll go for line isolator. So second one is comes under load interrupter. Load interrupter. So what is a load interrupter? So when you go for a load interrupter case, generally I will take the example. Generally our power system is generating, sending the generation to the loads. Example, we require 100 watts of power, we are generating, you are generating 100 watts of power. This 100 watts of power, we have a load sections. Load section, one thing you are having a 50 watt session, other thing you have a 30 watt session, other thing we have a 20 watt session. We have three loads. We are sending back to the 100 watts of generation. 100 watts of power we are generating, we are sending back to the load 50 watts, 30 watts, 20 watts. Three different kinds of loads we are sharing the power. This is the things will going on very smooth, very happening is there. When you are having input, nothing but the generation things. In the case of rainy season, if you go for hydel power station, the power generation we can generate a huge amount of power. The load people has to be satisfied, consumers. When you come to that rainy situation or summer situation, the water things will be the density will be less. There is no rainfalls. Automatically water scarcity will take place. Automatically the generation it should not be that much. The generation it is going to be example. Let us say the generation is 80 watts generation will take place. This 80 watts generation we cannot give to 100 watts of all people. That's what we how to do, cut down the 20 watts of load. We have to cut down the 20 watts of load by using some other device. The device which we can use it to cut down at load shutdowns or load curtailment energy management systems. We have to use certain operator here to open your 20 watts of load, 20 watts of load to reduce the problem of here. That time it should be isolate the 20 watts of load for some time. Other sometimes switch on this, switch off this. Like that we need to maintain some other equipment here under full load condition. Even the current is going under working procedure under full load condition. We need to operate some switches on and off to balancing the loads, to changing the loads to energy management system. Such a equipment is called as a load interrupter. A load interrupter is nothing but a switch operation which we can use under full load condition for the purpose of load shedding and load curtailments or energy management systems. That is the important thing, the load interrupter. The important one more point I should recall is load interrupter we can use always under full load condition. Load interrupter we can use in full load condition. Next, what is the purpose of this load interrupter means, which we can use generally load shedding or load curtailments and else energy management systems. Next, where we can use generally this we can use outdoor systems, basically outdoor systems, medium power operations. Generally we can say that. Basically we are interested in outdoor systems, we can say that. Next in this, the important question is that what is the breaking capacity of your load interrupter? The load interrupter breaking capacity is nothing but it's the full load case, because already you are connected to the load. So operating our equipment is full load. So you can say that the breaking capacity is equal to full load capacity. We can say that the one with the breaking current is equal to full load current only, because our current and voltage is going on there in the power supply. That's what breaking capacity is equal to full load capacity, breaking current is equal to full load current. Always you are connected under load, you are going to operate. So operation things you should be take care. Something is happening, you are going to out actually. That's what it's very clear it is. Next, other device we can say that a line isolator. The third one is called as line isolator. So where we can use line isolator actually. So when you wanted to repair something else, the device we wanted to do some research, if you wanted to repair something else in the equipments in the substations or your home, we need to provide a clearance for that. For that, what you have to do generally, you people are going to open your fuse. A fuse before, we need to provide one isolator. Isolator will provide a complete clearance to the system. It will completely isolate the system from the load and source to do your own operation. Generally, I can say that we have a fuse here, a small metal piece of fuse. This is a fuse. So if you wanted to repair something else in the load, what you have to do generally, you have to switch off your loads, switch off your fuse. Sometimes even you switch off your fuse, sometimes circuit breakers are in RYB or 3-phase power supply. Sometimes the circuit breaker contacts may be closed. If it is circuit breaker example, circuit breaker contacts may be closed. Sometimes due to ionization of current, therefore this small amount of current will flow. Therefore the equipment, those who are repairing the person may get shock. To provide more clearance, we have to use some other equipment before the fuse, that is called as a line isolator. So I can draw the diagram very clearly. The line isolator which will provide a more clearance to the system. Let us say your load, followed by you have a fuse, followed by you have a loads. So this is a line isolator. After the fuse or after the circuit breaker, this here before the line isolators will be there. This isolator very long, the length will be there to open the circuit. Once you open the fuse, once you open the circuit breaker, even though you are not yet sure the load with working person in the mechanics at those are having engineers at load centers, we are not so suppose safe. There may be chances re-energized circuit breaker. That's what, to get more clearance, the line isolators are providing complete isolate the line. Therefore, there is no chance to get a current from generating station to the load center. That time the people can do work very safely. That's what line isolate. It will isolate the system completely to the source, to the load. That's what the line isolator. So therefore, we can say that the line isolator where you are operating, no load condition. When you open this, it means its load is not connected. Under no load, to get more clearance, you can use one more device. That's called line isolator. We can use under no load condition. The purpose is to provide more clearance, to the circuit. When this isolator will open, this isolator will operate after the overcurrent relay. After the overcurrent relay, the circuit breaker will open. The load is disconnected completely. Then after only it will open the isolator. Next, what is the breaking capacity of your isolator? Because isolator operating under no load condition, there is no breaking capacity. That breaking capacity is 0. So important note point is here, the breaking capacity is 0. The breaking current also 0, because V is 0, I is 0, automatically the capacity is going to be 0. So breaking capacity of line isolator is 0. Here the breaking capacity is full load capacity. These questions will come in examination. Breaking capacity, this is under full load condition, this is under no load condition. This is what the things of these two, the switch gears after the fuse. I think very clear. Thanks for watching. In the next class, we will discuss the concept of circuit breakers. We will discuss clearly one by one. Thanks for watching.